My name is Dr. Raymond Kondo. I'm a 78-year-old American physician who has spent the last 4 decades living and working in Japan. I have treated thousands of elderly Japanese patients and studied the aging process more intimately than most. Today, I must tell you something that few dare to speak about but that you deserve to know. If you're over 60 and still masturbating regularly, you may be doing more harm than good unless you understand this one critical truth. Let me explain. In the quiet town of Kyoto, I once had a patient named Mr. Nakamura. He was 72, retired from his life as a school principal, and by all appearances a healthy, self-sufficient man. He had a calm smile, a steady walk, and the kind of presence that told you he'd seen many seasons come and go. But when he came into my clinic, there was something different in his demeanor. Hesitation. After our checkup, he closed the door gently behind him and said, "Sensei, I need to ask something." Embarrassing. He leaned in and whispered, "Is it normal that I still touch myself? Is it bad for me at my age?" I looked him in the eyes and said, "Mr. Nakamura, your question is not embarrassing. It is necessary." This moment sparked one of the most important investigations of my career, because what I discovered over the following years would change how I advise every elderly patient who dares to ask the same thing. You see, our bodies after the age of 60 are no longer the bodies we once knew. Every system, muscular, hormonal, neurological, enters a slow but irreversible shift. What once brought us vitality and energy might now be draining us if we're not careful. Let me share with you what I told Mr. Nakamura, and what I now tell every patient who walks into my clinic. The hidden cost of pleasure. Many people believe that masturbation is harmless, even healthy, and to a degree, they are right, especially in youth when testosterone, dopamine, and energy are abundant. But for seniors, especially those past 65, the impact of sexual stimulation, particularly when done alone and without balance, can be quietly devastating. Let's begin with energy. After 70, your body no longer produces hormones the way it used to. Testosterone drops, muscle mass decreases, a condition known as sarcopenia, and your ability to recover from exertion slows significantly. According to multiple studies, muscle loss accelerates after age 70, and one of the greatest indicators of early mortality is weakness in the legs. What does this have to do with masturbation? Everything. Every time you climax, your body releases not only dopamine, the pleasure hormone, but also prolactin, a hormone that triggers feelings of fatigue, drowsiness, and mental dullness. In a young person, this is temporary and quickly balanced, but in an older person, this hormonal crash can lead to long-term fatigue, mental fog, and even depression if repeated too often. I've seen this pattern repeatedly. Patients like Mr. Nakamura, who masturbated frequently as a way to cope with loneliness, found themselves unable to sleep well, experiencing leg cramps at night, struggling to maintain focus, and becoming less motivated to go out, exercise, or even socialize, all because they didn't realize what was happening inside. Now, this is not to shame or forbid sexual release. That is not the purpose of this message, but it is to reveal the scientific truth so you can make empowered, wise decisions for your longevity. The longevity blueprint. Let's talk about what your body does need at this stage of life. Strong legs. Why legs? Because as research shows, your legs are often the first to weaken as you age. And when your legs go, so does your balance, your mobility, and eventually your independence. Falls are the #1 cause of injury among people over 70. One misstep can mean the end of your freedom. How do you prevent this? You need muscle, specifically leg muscle. And here's where it gets powerful. The nutrients and habits that support muscle growth also support your overall vitality, including your hormones and mental clarity. I advised Mr. Nakamura to shift his habits, not to suppress his desire, but to build the body that could handle it with resilience. Here are the 5 strategies I gave him. Strength training over stimulation. Instead of seeking release through masturbation, redirect your energy into physical strength. Resistance training using resistance bands, squats, or light weights stimulates the production of growth hormone and testosterone naturally. This helps maintain muscle, protect your joints, and keep your hormones in balance. Optimize vitamin D. Vitamin D is not just for bones, it is crucial for muscle function, mood stability, and balance. Studies show that older adults with adequate vitamin D levels are significantly less likely to fall, suffer fractures, or experience depression. Natural sunlight for 15 minutes a day, or cod liver oil 1 tablespoon daily, can restore depleted levels quickly. Leg strengthening nutrition, sweet potatoes, oats, avocados, eggs, and leafy greens provide the perfect blend of complex carbohydrates, protein, potassium, magnesium, and antioxidants to fight inflammation, fuel muscle recovery, and reduce oxidative stress, the silent killer of aging cells. Regulate hormonal rhythm. I taught Mr. Nakamura to space out his sexual activity, limiting it to times when he felt genuinely vibrant, not out of habit or loneliness. This gave his nervous system time to reset and his body time to recover. It's not about abstinence, it's about rhythm. Cultivate purpose, not just pleasure. One of the most powerful anti-aging agents is not found in any supplement but in purpose. The Okinawans, who are among the longest living people on earth, have a word for this: ikigai, a reason to wake up in the morning. Whether it's gardening, teaching, reading, or mentoring younger people, channeling your energy towards something meaningful changes your biology. Within 3 months, Mr. Nakamura came back. He had reduced his masturbation to once a week. He began light strength exercises every morning. He switched from late-night snacks to sweet potatoes and sardines. And for the first time in years, he said, "Sensei, I feel alive again. Not just satisfied but strong." The unseen trap of modern pleasure. You see, pleasure is not the enemy, but unbalanced, isolated, overstimulated pleasure, especially in an aging body, is a silent thief. It robs you of strength, motivation, and energy to live the final chapters of your life with dignity and vigor. What most people don't realize is that every orgasm, every release, costs something. In youth, your account is full, you can afford to spend. But in age, every withdrawal must be made with wisdom. That's the truth that most doctors won't tell you. But I must, because I've seen too many men in their 70s, 80s, and even 90s fall into cycles of fatigue, anxiety, and shame, not because they did something wrong, but because no one ever explained what was happening to their biology. You deserve to know the truth. Science-backed takeaways. To summarize, if you are over 60 and still masturbating, understand the risks and protect your energy. Masturbation increases prolactin, which causes fatigue and weakens dopamine cycles. Repeated release without recovery may accelerate muscle loss and mental fatigue. Strong legs are the foundation of longevity. Strength training is the antidote to sarcopenia. Vitamin D, potassium, magnesium, and antioxidant-rich foods like sweet potatoes and eggs support muscle, hormone balance, and mood. Purpose, routine, and balance, not suppression, are the key to healthy aging. These strategies are not guesses. They are grounded in studies published in journals like the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism, the American Geriatric Society, and observational research from Blue Zone communities. Mr. Nakamura is now 76. He walks briskly through the Kyoto morning markets, carries his groceries with ease, and even teaches haiku poetry at the local center for youth. He is not surviving. He is thriving. And you can too, but only if you choose to understand that at this stage of life, energy is everything. Protect it, cultivate it, and use it to build something greater than just a moment of pleasure. If this story has helped you, please like this video, comment below what you've learned, and subscribe to the channel for more life-changing health wisdom.